everyone, you've probably got quite a shock when you've just turned on this video and seen that I have no makeup on. It has been a very long time since I last filmed any sort of video where I actually put makeup on my face, so I thought why not do when I'm actually going to do my makeup for the day. So yeah, I'm still sat in my pyjamas, but I thought it would be a pretty good time just to show you what I've been using for my makeup recently. First things first is to deal with the puffy bags underneath my eyes, and I've actually got a few styes underneath one eye, which is really not that glamorous, so I haven't been using my normal eye cream because I don't want to get it all like in the pot and then on my eye and all the infection spread around. So I've been using this, which is Origin's No Puffery Cooling Mask for Puffy Eyes. It's just a little eye mask. This is a little hygienic because it comes in the tube, and I've just been squirting a little with my hand, like tiny little bit, and just dabbing it around the puffy parts. I don't put it right up next to my actual eyes or where the infection is, just kind of around here. Just put out there, I don't have really gross infected eyes. They are kind of healed up now, so I'm alright to put makeup on finally. Then I always put moisturiser on before I put any makeup on, and the one I'm using at the minute is just the Neutrogena oil-free moisturiser from the Visibly Clear range. I used to use this all the time when I was like a teenager, like 16, 17. But I just repurchased it recently because I was in a pinch in the airport and needed a moisturiser for my holiday. I just bought this one, I've been using it ever since. I much prefer Origin's ones and things like that, but I just squirt a bit onto my hand. But yeah, I didn't have enough money, I had to use all my money for spending money. So yeah, in real life people don't always have money for really expensive skincare, so this has to do for the minute. But it's not my favourite, but it will do. Now that that's all rubbed in on my face and neck, I move on to foundation, and what I'm using at the minute is what I'm actually trying to finish up because I don't like it. So yeah, just put it out there, I don't actually like this foundation, but I'm using it anyway. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Magique foundation. I just find it doesn't mesh well with my skin and it doesn't last very well, it kind of goes patchy, but I don't like to waste things. So I pumped a few pumps of it onto my hand just to get it out there, and then I use my brush, and the brush I use is the Sigma F80 brush, which is just this flatter brush. And again, in reality, we don't all have clean brushes every single day. So yeah, just dab it in there and dab it on. Apologies if this isn't blended as well as it normally would be, but the only view I have is what is in the viewfinder of the camera. And yeah, that isn't quite as good as having a proper magnifying mirror right in front of your face. I like to spend ages blending this foundation in because it's not very good, so I like to try and give it the best chance it's got of looking nice with a good brush and a nice blend. But it does take a while. Then I move on to eyes, and I use the Maybelline Colour Win On and On Bronze, which is just a little bronzy cream eyeshadow, which I really love. And I use this Sigma dupe of the MAC 217, which is called the E25 blending brush. It's really nice to just sometimes have a backup, and this was a much cheaper backup than a MAC 217. I'm going to take a little mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. And yeah, I just blend that into there. Rather than use my fingers, I feel like this gives a kind of more uniform coverage across my eye. Like if I stick my finger in, I get like a chunk of it on my finger, and then it doesn't end up blended as nicely across my eye, whereas this gets like a lighter amount of product. I don't know why I'm showing you that. Gets a light amount of product and blends it nicely across the whole eyelid. And once that's blended in, I just go on to apply my other eyeshadows because I just like to use that as the base. You can just use that on its own if you're being really casual about it, but I've got so many eyeshadows I like to actually make use of them, so I move on to my MAC palette, which is upside down. From this, recently I've just been using Woodwinked, which is this middle colour here, just all over the lid, just really simple, easy eye. This is daytime, everyday kind of eyeshadow look. I can't be bothered with 10 different eyeshadows, so yeah, just use Woodwinked. And again, I do it all over the eye, all over where I put that paint pot. This is actually a very similar colour to On and On Bronze, so it works really well to like layer them on top of each other, and it just kind of seals it in as well. I just then take a different blending brush and blend this out. This is a Sigma E40 blending brush. And I just blend the edges. Don't like any harsh lines. The thing with Woodwinked is it can look kind of multi-tonal, so once you blend it out, it looks really gold on your eyelid and then kind of more coppery through the crease, so it just kind of does everything all in one eyeshadow. It really looks like you've used a separate crease colour sometimes, so that's pretty cool. Once I've done my eyeshadow, I usually move on to eyeliner, but for the minute I'm kind of skipping eyeliner when I've had sore eyes. I think it's just nicer to just not put any on. So I'm just going to move on to brows, and I just use the Avon Glimmerstick, pardon me, brow definer in blonde. I absolutely love this. And I just fill in my brows. There's nothing special to it. This is by no means a tutorial at all. Like, I don't do anything that I can teach you any different to anyone else who can do it 10 times better than me. But yeah, just fill them in. Does anyone else find that one eyebrow is always really easy? Then you try and do the opposite side like this, and it's like always looks completely different and goes really bad. Also, let me know in future if you'd rather I did kind of talk you through looks like this, or if you prefer I just like speed up and shove some music over the top and write the products on the screen. Because I don't know which you prefer, and I kind of like both when I'm watching videos like this, so I don't really mind. So now that's done, normal people would go back and do the mascara, but I do everything back to front, and I do my blusher next. I do mascara last. And the blusher I'm using is the Jemma Cream Cheek Colour in Purple. Cream blushes you can find like this anywhere, like peachy colour like that. Yeah, you can find these at loads of different brands. This one obviously isn't available anymore because Jemma folded and sadly doesn't exist anymore, which is really sad because my favourite foundation doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, what we're going to do. With this I just take the e.l.f. powder brush, which I really love these brushes, they're so like multi-use, it's unbelievable. And I just kind of stipple it in and then just kind of buff it into my cheeks. And I really, really like this cheek colour, it's so nice. It's not too like dewy and too much, like it doesn't even look like cream when you put it on, but it just blends really nice. Then I move on to bronzer, and what I use for that is the Nars bronzer in Laguna, which I've been using my little mirror throughout the whole video. As you can see, ooh, it is very well loved. Yeah, and I just swirl that in a kind of E3 motion on my face, like the typical kind of contouring motion, but nothing too like serious contouring, just like really casual. Because it's a bronzer, it's not really a contour powder. I just like to use that method to add a little bit of warmth into my face without being like all over my entire face. I think the edges of your face is more flattering to bronze rather than everywhere. I normally take it along the top of the hairline as well. Then generally then just a bit down the nose, a bit across the chin. I know now it looks like I'm doing absolutely every inch of my face with bronzer, but this one I find like you can have a really light hand with it and it doesn't look too bronze. And like I like to do across the front of my cheeks as well because it just makes it look like you've naturally caught the sun there. So I know contouring motions and the places where you naturally hit the sun are two like completely opposing methods of putting bronzer on, but I do a bit of both. Normally I tend to put a bit more on than looks right because after I put my powder on it kind of pales out a bit, so yeah, I tend to go a bit overboard on the bronzer, slightly, and then once I put powder on it looks the right shade. So bronzer done, I move on to powder, and at some point I would have normally put concealer underneath my eyes, but like I say, with me having sore eyes I don't want to be messing about with any concealer under there, and that's why I would do this and then mascara, because I want to do my eyeshadow, put the concealer on and get rid of any eyeshadow, set the concealer and then put mascara on, so I'm not trying to go underneath the mascara with the powder. So what I'm using is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I didn't show you properly, but yeah, it's just like this. And I use the colour 01 Transparent, and the brush I've been using for this and the bronzer is the Sigma F80 powder brush, which is just a brush for powder, obviously. And I just kind of put this all over because I've got pretty oily skin. The places that I get it most are like down my T-zone and then the kind of tops of my cheeks here. This area tends to be fine, but I just kind of whack it on everywhere anyway. Like I I say, there is no professionalism to any form of video where I put on makeup. It's just very laid back and nothing special. So then I move on to mascara, and the one I'm using at the minute isn't my favourite, but I had to chuck my favourite one out because it'd give me sore eyes, and this was the Maybelline Big Eyes. So it's the one with the normal size brush on the top and the little one at the bottom, and I'll show you when I'm doing it. So you take the top brush out, which is for your top lashes, which is just a kind of bristly brush. It's not like a really huge one or anything, it's just a kind of average size bristle brush, and I just do my top lashes with that. I don't use this one all the time because it's the waterproof formula. I had it for holiday when I was going in the pool and things, and generally when I'm at home I don't use waterproof mascara because it's so hard to get off at a night time. So I haven't really put this to the test, but now I'll have to because it's the only mascara I've got really. But it seems really nice, there's nothing I can complain about, it's not clumpy or anything, so yeah, if I could have bought this in the normal formula I would have though. This is another thing where one side always goes better than the other, and I look absolutely mental right now in my viewfinder, and I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. But everyone knows how to put a mascara anyway, don't they? I go on and do a second coat. I always do 2 coats of mascara. And I feel so weird without any eyeliner on. I normally always tight line, especially even if I do nothing else, I tight line. But no eyeliner at the minute, so that's very strange. Normally with mascara I would sit and fiddle about with it for ages and do about 4 coats and position every lash just where I want it and things, but for today I will just do it quickly for the purposes of the video. And the bottom bit, that's what I'll show you now. This is the lower lash part, and the brush is teeny tiny. I don't know if you can see, but the bristles on it are really small as well, and they're just really nice for getting under your bottom lashes and defining them without making them too like clumpy. They're just, it's really really nice, and for that alone I would buy this mascara again, just to have like a bottom lash mascara. I'm really sorry, but I've got to have the mirror really up close when I do this because I feel like I need to see exactly what I'm doing. I love this brush because you can just fiddle about with every single little bottom lash and just get it without making it look really clumpy and gross. I really need to sort some decent lighting out because I always just rely on the sunlight and it's never even around, so I always look really dark in videos. If anyone knows of any decent lighting I could use, then that would be really helpful. Now the final step is always lipstick. I always leave this till last because I just think it's a nice finishing touch. At the minute the one I've been using most days is the 17 Mirror Shine, I think these are called, in Beehive. This is the old packaging, I think they've got like a black packaging now. But it's just like this kind of peachy nude, and it's really really nice and just comfortable for every day. It's not like a matte or like a really bright colour that's going to smudge all over your face. It's just a really nice sheen, and it just kind of feels like lip balm as well. It's really, really nice. So I just find no matter what makeup look I do with the rest of my face, this will match as well. So it's a nice one just to have in your handbag. I love it. It's such a nice milky colour without kind of washing you out because it's got a nice, really nice shine to it. Yeah, absolutely love this lipstick. And that is my finished everyday makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to film some more videos now that I have done all my makeup and I'm ready for you guys. I just need to go and get changed and do something on my hair, and then I will be filming some more videos. So if you see this makeup look again, that is why. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I will see you next video and see you later. Bye!